Chairman of the BVI Health Services Authority, Bishop John Klein, has emphasized that the most important factor in appointing a person to lead the authority is not one's place of birth, but one's qualification. Klein made the comment during a press conference at People's Hospital on Monday, September 5th, to announce the appointment of Paula Chester Cumberbatch from Trinidad and Tobago to become Chief Executive Officer of the BVI Health Services Authority that manages the BVI public healthcare system. Klein said Cumberbatch was selected from a field of about 22 applicants because she's the most qualified.
We didn't come to this decision lightly. Our deputy chair is here on our board. Of course, you know we have two doctors, Dr. Frederick out of Jamaica. We have Dr. Stevens out of Washington, D.C. We have some clinicians and other business people on our board. So this decision was taken in the best interest, like I said, of advancing healthcare in the BVI, and based on what we believe we need now, what our immediate and long-term objectives are, and helping us to achieve those, we think that she's the best fit at this time. There are three things that we want to accomplish within the next 2 years. And one of those major pieces is Joint Commission or some international accreditation. One of the things that she has been involved with is that process at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Maryland. That's one of the things. The other piece is in terms of ambulatory services. Of course, we hope to develop our ambulatory centers, whether it be in Virgin Gorda or in East End or West End. We are working towards doing those things. In terms of our strategic planning and getting us to the place where we can become more streamlined in terms of staff, financials, everything, I think she provided for us a broad scope of experience that we feel that will help us to achieve those short-term, medium-term, and even long-term goals. We want to be a world-class organization. That's why we are seeking accreditation, so that people from the United States and around the world can consider BVI as a destination that they can access healthcare. In order to do so, we must raise our standard to an international level. We have an international facility. Our infrastructure is there. So, and we are building out imaging, we are building out labs, we are building out everything that we can to make that happen. We don't want to be left behind any longer when it comes to healthcare, and the direction healthcare is moving in is seeking destinations outside the United States and these developing countries to send people to access healthcare, and we want to be a part of that process.
The applicants included 4 persons from the BVI, including Dr. Ronald Georges and Dr. Harlan Vanderpool, who were both shortlisted. Bishop Klein, in the meantime, noted that the BVI Health Services Authority will place more emphasis on succession planning to ensure locals have a better chance of leading the public healthcare system in the future.
It is this board's intention, before we leave in the next 16 months or so, is when our time here comes to an end, to put in place a succession that will hopefully put in position a BVI lander, whether it's through expanding through attachments in terms of education, whether it's shadowing the incoming CEO in terms of working closely so that they can also glean from that, whatever is needed to help to accomplish that in order to position a BVI lender to take over from these positions. bear it in mind, even though a BVI lander is in the position, it is not our, this board, nor I believe the other boards, to give anybody any eternal contract. They must be on a contract. They must prove themselves just like anybody else. Because at the end of the day, what's important to us is not whether you're BVI lander, whether you're BVI lander that can do the job and deliver what healthcare services need. So we have that succession planning that we're working on and put that in place for the foreseeable future.
Cumberbatch is expected to take up the CEO post in October. She was not at the press conference on Monday, September 5th, when her appointment was announced. She will replace Darlene Carty-Baptiste, who is from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and who the BVI HSA indicated may be shifted to another position in the BVI's healthcare system.